Alrighty, folks. Last week we brought you a banger where we had Matt the Mortgage Guy talk about home equity line of credits on owner occ and investor. Yes, investor homes. Lots of you out there are lucky enough to have first mortgages with a 3 handle. Some of you ridiculous folks have a 2 handle. Shout out to you. But yes, some of you are sitting on pounds and pounds of equity and you're looking at how to get it. Matt brought us a great HELOC product last week. What's it been like? Any phone calls or emails or any activity?
Oh man, it's been awesome. And,
Yeah,
I love the one rental time community. And so, continue to, as you do, just put that in the email or the intake, when you go to mtmg.com, just put ORAT. Cause then I know you're our people.
Yeah, that's right. Our vocabulary, our people. Yes.
You said pounds and pounds of equity. They refer to it as, I want some dry powder, like
dry powder.
Yeah. And so, this product is great. It continues to evolve. I continue to learn new things as people bring me different scenarios, but continues to be just great terms. I'm seeing rates 6.25 to 7.99, 30-year fixed, as you would imagine, as most people have done any number of finance transactions understands. If you're going to 80% and maxing out and you've got a 680 credit score, your rate's not going to look the same as somebody who says, this place is worth 1.2. I only owe 200 and I only need 200. And I've got an 800 credit score. They're going to get the best rates, least risk for the lender. Sure. But it's working on investment properties. It's I literally talked to somebody yesterday, Mike, and there's like these steps they go through where it's, application, then it's offer, then it's income verification. Somebody who I talked to yesterday is in the notary stage.
Oh my gosh.
They're setting up.
So it's not fast. You're saying it's not fast.
Oh my gosh. It's so fast.
It's amazing.
And everybody's situation is different. That's why I think it's great to have it set up as we do. We're like, let's have a conversation first. Somebody I talked to yesterday, the conversation was around, yes, you've got different options. You pay 1.9% up front and you get this rate. If you pay 2.9 or 3.9 or 4.9, you lower the interest rate.
Of course.
It may or may not make sense. If you're telling me you're going to use this to fund, a rehab project you're doing, then you're going to sell the house and you're going to pay this off in 9 months.
Yeah.
Least amount of fees possible. The rate doesn't matter. But
correct.
If you're going to use this and you plan to have it for 10 years, then a full interest rate on this $200,000 line, or a full 1%, we're talking $2,000 a year in interest. You're going to save 20 over the next 10 years by paying $3,500 up front or whatever that number is.
No, I like it.
And so one thing before I forget to mention it, the snag I've run into, and I haven't found out, this company's great and they've got, Zoom calls, my loan partner I can jump on, is if it's owned in an LLC, it's denying the application.
Okay.
And I'm trying to get with them to say, single member LLC, people do it for different reasons, but it's owned by this person.
Right.
Let's see if there's a workaround. I don't know if I have it yet, but
okay. You're asking the questions.
And, another thing that's come up in conversations is somebody calls me and says, well, I'm not sure what I want to do, but I've got a primary, I've got 2 rentals. I got a lot of equity in all 3. It is so easy. They fill out an application, personal info, these 3 properties. I take that information after they've spent 8 minutes filling it out. I plug it in and it spits out an offer. And I can plug in 3 applications, 1 for each property. Mm-hmm. If you pulled 200 out of your investment, here's what the terms would look like. If you pulled 300 out of your primary, here's what it's looked like. And then people get to go in on their side. Once the offer is sent, they have a link. They log in. We don't want 300. We only need 150. We want to pay it back over a 15-year term. We want to pay this much upfront. They get to customize it. And,
cool.
I'll say it here again. If you fill out the app and you don't like what you see and it doesn't work for you, no harm, no foul.
Yeah, exactly. Don't do it.
And when I talked to my loan partner, Michelle, she was like, I was like, do we have a problem from a, capacity standpoint or from, a workload standpoint of sorting through 50 of these? She goes, no, they're easy. Like, okay, well, then
hammer down
do that. And, I'm the first to tell people, if the product that I have is not the right fit for you, I'm not going to be mad at you, right? Like,
exactly.
especially in these scenarios where it takes 5 minutes. You call me and we spend a year and a half helping you repair your credit and structure a loan and do all that. You tell me to F off 18 months later, I might be a little sour,
a little salty on that.
But I spend 6 minutes plugging this thing in and, it spits out something where you go, nah, I don't think so. Then no harm, no foul. So catching anybody up who wasn't, here last week or didn't hear the thing, home equity line of credit, finally in the wholesale channel, which I'm in as a mortgage broker, a product that's truly a great product. Rates like you'd see at a local credit union, but like a conversation I had yesterday too, this guy per taxes and all the things the credit union wanted doesn't qualify.
Yeah.
With this program, it's really techy. It's fairly automated. So he's plugging in W-2 income, but says, oh, I also make $15,000 a month in rentals. Okay. Put that in there as income. All they're going to do is connect your bank account where those
money
payments go and say, there's 16,400 on average over the last 12 months going into this bank. That works. And then, 2 days later, you're signing with a notary and you've got a 3-day rescission period and the funds are in your account. It is super fast, super easy. And most importantly, for a lot of, ORAT folks, the terms are great. You're borrowing the money at call it 7% on average.
Yeah. As a second position, it's nuts. So this is a lot of fun. Again, a lot of folks in our community are going to be doing this for dry powder. I've done dry powder raising because I want to go shopping in distressed multifamily. But some people probably need this for debt consolidation, right? Unfortunately, we've never seen the levels of debt by the average consumer. What are your thoughts about debt consolidation? I think it's kind of a slimy space, frankly, but maybe this or other solutions could help people. I don't know.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot of things, that have happened over the last 5 years when it comes to inflation and the cost of things going up. Some people have a medical thing come up and they spend money on that. Others have, just life events. They're sending kids to college and all of a sudden they're like, wow, there's $85,000 in debt here. Either a cash out refinance or a home equity line of credit. Again, everyone's scenario is different. To clean up stuff that's in the 20s, you can, if you do it strategically and do it right. It's funny if you look up on YouTube, like Dave Ramsey is just like, work a second job, pay off that 22%, credit card debt. I talk to people in real life, Mike, like somebody who's got $65,000 in debt. It's a hill so hard to climb that they just won't climb it. And if you own a house that's worth $1 million and you owe $420,000, like $100,000 second lien to wipe off all this credit card debt. And then if you made the same payments you're making the credit card company, you probably pay this thing off in 2 years because you're paying them $2,000.
I'll just throw this out there. If you don't change your behavior, it's going to go bad.
Right. Fix the underlying problem. But
yes,
especially for people that have low interest first mortgages, a HELOC always makes sense. There's some people that have found themselves in a situation where they have a high interest rate first and they've got a bunch of consumer debt. The reason I wanted to talk about debt consolidation here is because unfortunately people call me when the plane has already crashed. And when you start to see signs of issues where you're like, oh my gosh, like I can't pay my mortgage and my car payment and this credit card debt, and you start picking and choosing and it affects your credit. And then by the time you get to us, it's like, we couldn't avoid it. We have a missed mortgage payment. We've got, rolling 90-day lates on our car because we got behind on that. And now you're in a position where you don't even qualify. The option isn't even open to look at like, what would it look like if I consolidated instead of having a $400,000 mortgage and a $35,000 car and $65,000 in credit card debt? What if I put it all in one debt, refinance it all at 30-year fixed 6.5%? And then, like you said, Mike, you have to change your behavior. The 4 packages a day arriving from Amazon, the Target trips, eating out 5 nights a week. You probably have to change behavior so you don't rack up debt in the future. But, to heal the wound, while that is still an option, is going to help some people, versus you wait till you've got mortgage rates and other stuff, and now it's not even on the table.
No, couldn't agree more. Yeah, again, folks, it's tough out there. Again, at least for my audience, one rental at a time audience. Hopefully that's not where you are, but the life events do happen for sure. Just understand that, this HELOC could be dry powder, or get ahead of some problems if you find yourself in that area. And again, Matt, the mortgage guy, mtmg.com. He'll take a call. He'll listen. He'll see what's right for you. And if it's his product helps, great. If it doesn't, he will tell you that. That's the deal we made. The
promise I'll always keep to the one rental at a time community, and really any client that I ever work with, is I'm going to give you advice based on what I would do in your scenario. What I would do in your scenario doesn't always mean working with us. It doesn't mean that, because I don't have a product, I won't recommend it. But everyone's situation is unique. And a lot of times you might not see the solution. You talk to somebody who's encountered 10,000 problems and talk to 10,000 unique individuals. I might say, what about this? Have you thought about that? And then of course, offer you, here's what I think might work. Go talk about it with your spouse. Go think about it for a week. Some of these people, Mike, that are filling out the home equity line of credit applications are telling me, I don't know if I need it yet. I don't know if it's the right answer. This application stays open for 30 or 45 days. If it works, it works. And one more thing I forgot to mention about it. We gave the feedback to the loan store and said, I've got people, especially ORAP people, that want dry powder, but they're not going to deploy it now. The last thing they want to do is pull a $400,000 credit line, pay interest on it for 7 months, and then buy something in January. And so the good news is you can pay back a vast majority of this. And the reason why you do it, the reason why you draw 400 and then pay back 350, because then you still have the $400,000 line.
Correct.
You still want access to it. And then it re-amortizes the payment. So the payment's based on 50,000, and you're not paying interest on the full 400, but you still have access to it. So that's something that, I've already had a client do that, because it's like, I want it, I just don't want it now. The only prepayment caveat is you can't pay it off completely in the first 16 weeks. Okay. And it makes sense if you think about it. They want to collect some interest. They want to do something. But you can pay off 80% of it. And keep the line open. And so this is a great product. I love it when, I'm not selling anything. I'm providing options. It just so happens it's a pretty gosh darn good option for a lot of people.
There you go. Again, mtmg.com. Check him out. Let him know who came from ORAT. He will take care of you. Thanks, buddy.
Cool. Thanks, Mike.